So my first ever job, I used to work at Sears. And I see some younger people in here. Sears was an appliance store that sold Dockers. Dockers are cardboard dress pants that only dads are legally allowed to wear. Can't imagine why that store went out of business. Who walks in to buy a fridge is like, you know what go great with this? Some ill-fitting khakis. That's also what I mean. And Sears was doing so poorly even then, like 20 years ago. They couldn't afford a name tag for me when I started. So they just slapped my name over an old one that said Hablo Español. And I do not speak Spanish. And I feel like I perpetuated racism towards Hispanic people in that job. Because whenever I got a customer I didn't want to deal with, I acted like I only spoke Spanish. And people were not thrilled. I remember one guy was like, "Why do you work here? You can't speak the goddamn language." I was like, "No sé, lo siento." One time a Hispanic man came up to me, started speaking Spanish. And I was like, "Hey, sir. You really shouldn't be here if you can't speak the language." So sorry, you gotta leave. You gotta get out. But I think karma came back around because I've been having a series of events in my life that I call not racist, but not great. I was at brunch and the server was listing off all the specials, right? She gets to one, she goes, "Oh, we have a Korean dish." And then she looked at me and she goes, "Very spicy." First of all, wrong Asian, okay? I think she saw me, she's like, same continent, they all love it, you know? Now, the same day, I was actually doing a private comedy show at an Applebee's. Because things are going well. And before the show started, I'm in the corner applying to jobs, and the chef comes up to me, which, by the way, I don't know if chef is the right term at Applebee's. It seems a bit strong, okay? He was wearing all white, he looked official, could have been the garbage man, I don't know. But he comes up to me and goes, "Hey, have you had the ice cream yet?" I was like, "Oh, not yet." He goes, "Well, it has turmeric in it, so." You guys like that, right? And I was furious because it was fucking delicious. He was right. It's hard to be mad at racism when it's correct. You know, I had no moves. Sometimes you do have moves. Sometimes you can take a stand. Right now I'm actually protesting something. Protesting Pornhub. Yeah, I don't feel represented. There's never an Indian porn on the first page of Pornhub. Never. I gotta go to page like 7 to 11. That's fucked up. I'm not gonna explain all the jokes. Either get them or you don't. This is incredibly high-level comedy I'm doing right now. Keep up, okay? We're the biggest population. We should be on page 1. But then, whenever you do see an Indian porn, it's always got a crazy title. It's like, Dunkin' Donuts employee gives extra cream. Like, what the fuck is this? Why not play up the good stereotypes? I want to see Indian destroys Caucasian at and after spelling bee. How about that? Right here.